Welcome to Euractiv's Tweets of the Week. Roses are red, violets are blue. This week it's Brexit, copyright and lazy rhymes too. This week we are supported by the European Parliament. Worried about Brexit? Have a sense of humour? Dutch? Then let me introduce you to the Dutch government's official Brexit Muppet. Yes, really. Cruelly overlooking the EU's own fuzzy monster, the large blue Muppet is part of a campaign to encourage Dutch companies to prepare for all Brexit scenarios. The Dutch have basically said that 17.4 million Brits voted for the mongrel bipedal offspring of a big brush and a car wash roller, said James Crisp, adding that if this is what they picked, he'd love to see the rejected designs. Staying with Dutch Brexit news, in a simultaneous speech, Nick Gutteridge reported that it was brutal stuff from Dutch PM Rutte, who said that Brexit will leave the UK a weakened, middling economy stuck out in the Atlantic on its own. And this is supposed to be the UK's most sympathetic friend in Europe, Dave Keating added. Danny Kemp reported that the monster has its own LinkedIn page, but not a proper name. And we couldn't let this week go by without pointing out someone else having trouble with names, as Brexit Secretary Stephen Barclay meets with European Commission President Jean-Paul Juncker. Meanwhile, in Strasbourg this week, after several misfires and restarts, an agreement was finally reached on copyright reform, reported Sam Stolten. Pirate Party MEP Julia Reda says this will needlessly stoke resentment against the EU by ignoring young voters. ALDE MEP Marietje Schaake was also deeply disappointed. However, Rapporteur Axel Voss and other Conservative MEPs were pleased, and the Commission's Digital Vice President Andrus Ansip argued that whoever said we were banning memes was trying to fool you. Sanna Wolk helpfully explained that anyone who thinks copyright is boring has not been involved in these negotiations. Subterfuge, loaded comments, tense expressions. This file had it all, and it was long. Boy, was it long. 2.5 years, 10 trialogues, 52 shadow meetings and 18 technical meetings. Spare a thought for reporter Laura Kaeli, who was almost past caring. Finally, yesterday was Valentines Day, as if any social media user could miss it, with the deluge of beautiful, heartfelt poetry. Peter Spiegel set the tone. Roses are red, but Rome's in a frenzy. Did anyone vote for Monty, Letta or Renzi? Shir Duma followed suit. The planet is hot, and so are you. Should we keep it that way or tax CO2? The NNFCC. Roses are still red, violets still blue. Poetic structure is less important than implementing a bio-based circular economy across the UK, the EU and beyond. Okay, perhaps American EU dude had the right idea in hitting the mute button. So let's have a quick look at some not-so-happy couples. Guy Verhofstadt gave British MP Kate Hoey some serious burn after she called him an unelected bureaucrat, saying, "Thanks for the feedback. Actually, I was elected by my constituents with over 500,000 votes." And tension between Parliament President Antonio Tajani and Commissioner Violeta Bulc certainly ratcheted up after the former made some pretty tone-deaf comments about Croatia and Slovenia that were interpreted as an Italian claim on territory. Just when we'd sorted out North Macedonia. That's it for this week. Join me again next Friday for more good times and sick rhymes in the Brussels bubble Twittersphere.